Hi, Dave Dickinson with Bankers Compliance Consulting. I want to talk about flood insurance and specifically about when it applies, modifications, extensions, those types of things. Now, there's an acronym, MIREd. MIREd in the mud is how I like to remember that. Goes along with flood, but make, increase, renew, extend, M-I-R-E. Those are the contractual requirements of when you must play the flood insurance game, and assuming you have improved real estate as collateral, of course. So you make a new loan, you increase the loan, you renew the loan, you extend the loan. Sometimes I have loan officers that say, well, I didn't do that, I modified the loan. Listen, if the maturity date moved out, that's an extension. You might call it a modification, but it's an extension. That would trigger these rules. If you added money to it, that's an increase. That's going to trigger these rules. You might call it a modification, but let me see, this loan got renewed, loan A to loan B, or refinance. That's not a term that's in the flood insurance rules. But basically, if your modification is an increase, renew, or an extend, then you are triggering these rules. Make sure you understand that. Now, what kind of modification would not trigger these rules? Maybe you got a customer that says, I'm going to refinance, and you find out that if we lower their rate and lower their payments down, that keeping the maturity date the same or even less, well, that kind of modification would not trigger these rules. Maybe you're going to substitute some other collateral. You've got a building and a car, and you allow that modification, that car to be exchanged for something else or something. You know, those types of things. You're not touching the dollar amount up increase. You're not messing with the maturity date increase, renew, or extension, then that kind of modification would not trigger these rules. We like to talk plain English at Bankers Compliance Consulting. I hope this helps you understand the flood insurance rules.